Now let's talk about the daily pages. In the daily pages, you will find it's really focused on your key 3 for that week and the key 3 for each day of that week. And what we decided to do in our planner was to really put your entire week in your highest priorities in one single view. Sometimes if your priorities for every day are on a bunch of different pages, sometimes you can get a little lost in what is your highest priority for that week, and you're constantly flipping around. But if you kind of keep them all in one place, I found that I can really strategize what I want my week to look like. And I'll just start up here at the top. This 13 weeks remaining, I love having a countdown clock for my week because it lets you know like the weeks are counting down and we need to work and we need to get things done. And so if you think about these check boxes, did you prep your calendar for this week? When I say calendar prep, I encourage going back to the calendar and really thinking about this week and reviewing the calendar, making sure that you're not, missing something. You may have a birthday party one of these days. You need to really make sure that you prioritize, you may be going on a trip or traveling somewhere that you need to remember, make sure that you put it in there before you actually dive into your calendar. And then review your goals. Again, this reminder is one of the most powerful things, is just to review your goals before you start the week. When I start my every week, I start by reviewing my annual goals and my quarterly goals. So I'll look at my annual goals, I'll look at my quarterly goals, and then I'll look at this week and I say, okay, this week, what are the top 3 things I need to do to move the ball forward on my big goals? And it keeps you really prioritized in your life. So you start with your weekly key 3 right here. Then what 3 things do you need to prioritize and make happen this week? What are the most important things to move the ball forward on your most important goals this week? And then also, I leave a box there so you can put what quarterly goal that correlates with. And again, it's just a constant reminder. Make sure that your most important things that you're doing are related to your goals. And there's always going to be things in life that you have to still prioritize that may not be directly related to a goal, but try as much as you can to keep these key 3 focused on that. And you've got other room for some other tasks here. And then what I do is I break those key 3 for the week and I break it down into each day, and I think they're okay, in order to accomplish this, I need to really be accomplishing these certain things on those days. And that way you've got a holistic view of your week, seeing it right here. And last, you've got check boxes for your morning flow, your start work flow, your end work flow, and your evening flow. And just to be able to check a box like, hey, I've checked these boxes, I did my flows. It's another reminder to just go look at your flows if maybe you've lost remembrance of what your flow is. And it just keeps that accountability, keeps that rhythm going as you dive into accomplishing your biggest goals. And I will touch on one last thing. There are always 2 pages after your weekly key 3, and these are places for notes. We left one open spread here for just notes with lines, and then we left another open spread of just a dot grid if you want to utilize a dot grid. I will say this, if your week gets super crazy and you've got a lot of notes and it's too much to do inside of these, we've put some space at the end of the planner with just, there's plenty of pages of lines and there's plenty of pages of dot grid if you want to utilize those in the back of the planner. But if you utilize this weekly key 3, if you stay in a rhythm of utilizing it, you really can make great progress on your goals.